Hey guys, in this month's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about Chicken Little, released back in 2005. So, Chicken Little tells the story of Chicken Little, who one day claims that the sky is falling, but the town does not believe him because the sky is not really falling that day. But then another day happens and a year later, and the sky is for real falling down. And that's kind of it. So Stephanie, how'd you feel about Chicken Little? Was that a great summary?
Yeah, Chicken Little was a movie we didn't see in theater.
My first time watching it was like when it was on, like, back when Freeform was ABC Family, I think. I think that was probably the first time I watched Chicken Little. It was like on TV with commercials.
Yeah, and I watched it like a bazillion times on Disney Channel. I like Chicken Little. It's a super simple movie, but I don't know. I like the story. Even though that's pretty simple too, but you know, straightforward, it aims for what it's supposed to, and I don't know, I find it entertaining. It's not horrible.
Yeah, I like Chicken Little. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's still fine. It's really cute. You can definitely tell it's the type of movie that Disney was kind of trying to experiment with. You know. Like,
it's the prequel to Zootopia.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about a lot. There was just a lot of things about it that I was like, man, this is just very reminiscent of Zootopia. But, you know, Zootopia being the far superior movie. But yeah, there was just little things in there. I was like, this just seems like they were trying to work with, you know, the computers and the CGI, you know, trying to create the environments and the textures, you know, the fur or feathers.
Because was this kind of like the first movie where the animals had texture?
Something,
maybe
it might have been, because yeah, prior to that was just things like Monsters Inc. Because we got to Monsters
Inc. Inc. His fur was kind of like one of the first big things, wasn't it?
The thing is, though, I feel like Monsters Inc. The animation for Monsters Inc. Something about that animation looks way better than Chicken Little to me.
It did.
Is it just me? No, you felt that way too.
The forefront, like, everything was good, but I noticed the background there wasn't much going on. Everything seemed very flat in the background. Yeah. Or there really wasn't nothing in the background.
I mean, well, Chicken Little was not a Pixar movie, though, correct? Yeah. It was just a Disney.
I think it was just Disney.
Yeah, it was just Disney, not Pixar. So, maybe, I guess this was Disney trying to recreate Pixar, because I think is this kind of the first thing? Because the last movie we watched, because Incredibles was Pixar, the last thing we watched was what, Home on the Range? Home on the Range and things like Brother Bear, and those are kind of the last movies with straight out hand-drawn animation. So yeah, this is the first computer thing from Disney, and yeah, it's like them trying to recreate kind of the Pixar look, but not doing a great job with it. Because yeah, you won't get to the really good visuals until things like Tangled and Frozen, about a decade later, you know? But yeah, you can definitely see Disney with this movie is trying to kind of experiment with the look and the style. And not just that, it was also just kind of making me think of DreamWorks. Like, they had watched some DreamWorks movies and were kind of inspired by some of that. Like, we want to try to achieve what DreamWorks has kind of been doing. And what I kind of mean by that, too, is that just something about the movie didn't, as much as I do like Chicken Little, something about it also just didn't feel like a Disney movie to me personally. Because you know how DreamWorks, a lot of times, they like to use like modern, updated songs. They like to try and be hip and cool to kids. And sometimes I kind of just found that irritating. You know, I just didn't really like that in a Disney movie for some reason.
I don't know, I think I liked it because like they had like, It's the End of the World, from REM. Yeah. And I like that song. And then they had, they were singing Spice Girls at one point. It is like DreamWorks where they play modern music. And also, then they had, was it 2 Indiana Jones references? Or just one?
That's the thing, too. They had a lot of pop culture references, which you tend to see a lot in DreamWorks, not Disney.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There was just a lot about this movie. Like I said, I like Chicken Little, but there was just things about it. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't really watching a Disney movie. Because, yeah, the use of the modern music to try and appeal hip and cool to kids, to get them singing and dancing in the theater, which is so freaking irritating. I hate that when movies sit and try to do that.
Yeah,
DreamWorks. And then
for How to Train Your Dragon.
And then How to Train Your Dragon is like the perfect DreamWorks. And then just the songs and how they were used and just kind of being thrown out there, and the pop culture references, which those were okay, but once again, I just still feel, I don't know.
Okay,
maybe I'm weird.
Enough about that. Let's actually talk about the movie.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
Well, I was thinking, Chicken Little, for as simple as a movie it is, actually has a pretty deep message in it.
It has a core. It has a heartfelt core.
Because I guess Chicken Little's mother had passed away recently, or maybe within the last couple of years since the beginning.
Yeah, judging from kind of context clues kind of going on, we kind of figured she had to have died recently. Like, she couldn't have died when he was like a little chick.
Yeah.
You know, like, he seems to have memories of her.
Yeah.
It feels. So.
And like, his dad... because it seems recent too, because his dad seems like he's not used to all the stuff. And then he's embarrassed by poor Chicken Little because of what happened. And
with the first thing with the sky falling.
And then a whole year later, it's still always in the back of his dad's mind, and he's still embarrassed and ashamed about it. And like, he doesn't want Chicken Little to like do anything that would make him be at the forefront of something, because if Chicken Little failed, then it'd be even more embarrassing. Like, he didn't want him to play baseball, because then if he sucked at it, then it'd be like a whole horrifying thing for him.
I've only seen Chicken Little once, and so this was kind of a new viewing for me, because I couldn't remember very much about the movie, so a lot of it was kind of surprising to me. I was just really surprised by the fact how much of a father-son movie this was, which was very different.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times Disney movies, the parents are gone. Mm-hmm. Except for The Incredibles. The Incredibles was the last thing we watched, and that's a very, very heavy on the family, because the parents are alive. And in this, it's very heavily focused on the father-son dynamic, which was interesting, because that's kind of the emotional core to the movie that you're following. That makes the movie worthwhile to even watch to begin with, I feel like, compared to some of the other stupid things kind of going on around. And the dad, he's obviously still grieving. He don't know how to raise Chicken Little, and he's often just, like you said, he's embarrassed, and he don't want him to do the baseball. And we kind of get those context clues too, that the dad was like a baseball star back in school, and he was like cool and popular, and his son isn't, and that's kind of like his shame. And that's like a nice little story to tell, like the kid is not like the parent, and the parent kind of having to cope with that and accept the child for who he is. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice little story. I really like
Chicken
that.
Chicken Little gets deep.
Yeah, when you think about Chicken Little and kind of that father-son dynamic going on, it has a really good message and story to it that's not been explored.
And it carries
like
on through
movies.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then gets resolved.
Mm-hmm. It has a nice beginning, middle, and end to it with the relationship.
I've always loved fish.
Oh, we should talk about other characters now?
Yeah. Oh, or is that okay?
Yeah, we're moving on to the other characters now, you guys.
Or do we need to talk about Chicken Little?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We need a segue, Stephanie. You just jumped into it.
I just want to talk about Fish, because he's so precious.
I love Fish, too. His little fish helmet bowl thing, or whatever is on his head. Oh, he's so cute.
And then he's a little X-ray.
Oh, yeah.
Bones. They thought he was dead.
Yeah,
like, he kept getting into trouble.
Yeah. If you've seen Chicken Little, the fish character, he doesn't speak. He's just, whenever he is trying to speak, it's always in bubbles. It's little bubbles that you're kind of hearing. And his face is kind of what's given the most expression. Yeah. And he's always up to mischief. He's always doing something and getting in trouble. He's just so adorable. There's that cute part where they're on the spaceship later, and there's his skeleton. It looks like he's been killed by the aliens. Fish. I love Fish too. He's my favorite. How do you feel about the other characters?
Oh,
the other friends to Chicken Little.
I like them too.
Yeah, they're fine.
But they're not as cute as Fish.
They're fine. Sometimes they're fine. I kind of found them a little irritating sometimes, but they serve their use and function. God, I hated the townspeople. I tell you, I hated the townspeople more than anything. It's like Chicken Little. Just somebody listen to this man. And then the mayor's that chicken guy or whatever he is, or the turkey.
Turkey.
Lord, he was hilarious. The aliens. I guess let's move and talk about the actual aliens, because Chicken Little, the first time, because is that the first time, right? That when he says the sky is falling.
Yeah.
because I don't think he's done it in the past before. So yeah, the sky is falling. No, it's not Chicken Little. That gives shame for like the whole next year. And then yeah, the next year the sky is legitimately falling, but it's not like the sky. It's just parts of the spaceship, because the spaceship
They have
like a
what do they call it in sci-fi?
what do they call them? Like Avengers, like the Agents of Shield, their ship. What the cloaking mechanism? Yeah. The aliens have like a cloaking mechanism on their spaceship, and yeah.
But then pieces of the spaceship fall.
Yeah.
So then that camouflage still comes down.
Yeah, the way the cloaking mechanism works is that they're blended in up there looking like the sky, and so when that piece falls down, it still looks like the sky, and Chicken Little's like, oh my god, the sky's falling, but it's not. So yeah, the aliens. When you do finally see the aliens, they're like these, they look like trolls, like a troll, like the troll toy. And think about just the hair. You know how the troll hair looks? It's all like up in the air, like the orange one, because they're orange aliens. The aliens are like the hair of trolls, and they have like cute little legs. If you've never seen the movie, and we're just here spoiling it for you, I guess. But yeah, the trolls were kind of cute.
I love the trolls, the aliens.
Sorry, the aliens. The aliens. I've talked about trolls so much. The aliens are very cute, and they're not evil, though you think they're evil. Because another thing with this movie, I think it's, I meant to look, when did the Tom Cruise World of the Worlds movie come out?
Was that like 2004?
That had to have been early 2000s.
Or earlier, because when they were animating it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, well, either way, this movie is kind of like a parody of World of the Worlds. Not just the Tom Cruise version, because World of the Worlds has been adapted numerous times through the decades. It's been adapted to death. But yeah, World of the Worlds is about these aliens coming down from space, and the way they're shaped like these pod-looking things, and they have like long tentacle appendage legs things, and yeah, they have like this beam that comes out, and it just vaporizes people. And so yeah, Chicken Little kind of felt like a parody of World of the Worlds, because the aliens were kind of doing something similar to that. Mm-hmm. You thought they were vaporizing and killing people, but then
they were just being put into the main ship, the main hub, and stuck in a bubble. Yeah.
So the movie kind of serves a couple different functions. It's serving as a retelling of the Chicken Little story, but also serving as a bit of a parody to World of the Worlds. Because, yeah, if you're kind of familiar with World of the Worlds, whether that be the book or just various other adaptations, yeah, you'll kind of see some of those little nuances with what they're doing and what they're poking fun at. Because it's really funny with, like, the end of the world situation. Did you like the aliens?
I did. I love the little baby alien. The little baby alien is adorable.
He's so cute.
I like the little noises it makes.
He's so cute.
And plus, it's the baby alien helps Chicken Little and his father resolve their issues. Without the alien invasion, they might
not have solved their family problems.
See, thank you, aliens.
Yeah, because through this invasion, Chicken Little and his dad, they kind of bond in a weird sort of way. Yeah. It's like they have to
And I like how his father's just like going with it. He's like, I'm trying to be supportive, but this is crazy.
And yeah, it's like, this is Chicken Little's time to shine. Like, everybody thought I was lying. I brought shame to the community. I brought shame to my family. I brought shame to myself. This is his time.
Dishonor on you.
Yeah, this is his time to shine and kind of prove himself, and that, even though he's a little chicken, he's so tiny, it's like he can make, what does Galadriel say in Lord of the Rings? She has that line about Frodo. You know how Frodo is like, even the smallest person can make a difference or something? Whatever. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, Chicken Little being small, he still has a big impact despite his little size. It's beautiful.
To like how they put in there why the aliens were coming through. Like, why is it a whole year later? And it was because they farmed acorns, and they heard that they're because what was their town called? Something Acorn.
Shady
right?
Oaks? No, not
Shady Oaks.
Wait, Shady Oaks?
Was Shady Oaks.
Oaky Oaks, or I think it was Oaky Oaks.
Something about oaks. But anyway, it came through because they heard that their town had the best acorns or something to gather. And so it was something that was very harmless of the reason why they came through, but then
They weren't coming there to destroy the world.
it was the only reason they started causing chaos was because they thought they lost their baby.
Yeah, they thought the baby was kidnapped. Yeah.
But yeah, they only were coming through for just a simple, harmless little acorn.
And they do it on a yearly basis.
Yeah, so that's why every year it happens, or it happened in the same year. But there was the, you know, after the first year of the acorn fall, or the sky falling, they had the movie come out.
Oh yeah.
But that was supposed to be like it was coming. It had just come out before this next attack happened, or the next sky falling event happened, because there was like the movie posters up on the billboard.
For Chicken Little.
Yeah, for Chicken Little.
movie.
Yeah. But then
It's like Chicken Little had a movie within a movie, which was weird.
and then he had a sequel
Yeah, then he had a sequel
because
which was
now
weird.
he was a heroic chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie at the very end, because they turned it into a big action movie, and Chicken Little was like this big brawny. The one, what was her
Abby.
name? Abby was like sexy.
Yeah. Runt was really cool.
Yeah, cool and badass. The fish too. Wasn't the fish really
Wait,
badass
what the
too?
heck did the fish do now?
Because the fish was really awesome.
Can't remember
But
what
yeah,
he did.
I like the parody of Chicken Little within Chicken Little with the action movie. That was hilarious. So Stephanie, if you had to rank Chicken Little on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it? Oh, this is hard. You know, I always have this problem with some of these movies. It's like some of these movies, it's like I do like them, but it's like they're still not the best of the best. And I feel bad, like
So like
ranking
it's like
them lower.
Do I want to give it a 7? Or do I? But like I enjoy it. Like so, do I want to give it an 8? You know, but at the same time, like
I'm probably gonna go for a 7.
yeah, I'll go for a
'Cause
7.5.
I'm gonna go for a 7. We're kind of at that stage here when Disney's just really struggling and Pixar's doing awesome. You know. But yeah, Chicken Little, fine. That's good. It's entertaining.
Anytime it came on TV on Disney Channel, I was in there. So I mean, that's gotta mean something.
So, is that it?
Yep.
I suppose that's it for our discussion on Chicken Little. In the comments below, have you guys seen Chicken Little? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Just let us know your thoughts down below. And how much do you love the fish? So that is it for this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.